Hey everybody, it's Yndi B.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trae.
Hello, everybody. This is Meg, and this is R&B Unfolded. Let's get into it. So, how y'all feel about Russ' new album, Shake the Snow Globe?
The first two songs of the album was really good. It started off with great features too. I enjoyed that, and I was like with the whole track. Like in my opinion, this is probably the best album we heard so far. Like, this is my favorite one. I definitely enjoyed the Rick Ross feature. Like that took me way off guard, and I knew Rick Ross was gonna go in there and kill it. And I definitely replayed that song a couple times. And Russ just sending out some bangers, yo. This album is like that. I like it.
Me personally, I've never listened to Russ, but I do know that as an artist, he struggled a lot to become successful. And I feel like this album actually kind of talks about the whole process of how he became successful. My favorite songs on there were You Could Have Left Me Alone, which really gets you in your feelings. A Lot More, which was a really, really motivational song. It wants you to chase your dreams. Mama, which I thought was a dope song because he dedicated to his mother because she helped him through his process of being successful. And 3 a.m. with Ty Dolla Sign's verse was really sensual, and I thought,
of course,
Russ had some soaring vocals on there.
I agree with you. And going off what you're saying about him being not recognized as much as he should be, I think he's very underrated. And I think that he's very versatile, and that's what makes him good. His songs are like soothing and chill, but then he also can do the rap. And I think that's dope. I also like his features, like Trae said. My favorite songs were 3 a.m. and Sky. Bangers.
I'm telling you, bro. This whole album is like that, bro. Like,
it really is.
Like Yndi said, I feel like it was a great balance between rapping and singing on this album.
I totally agree with both of y'all. Like, all right, so now since I said the whole thing, this is probably the best album. What would y'all rate? Because this is a nice piece, and I never heard of Russ. I never heard any of his music before, and like I became a fan off of this one album right here.
I would really give it 8.5, 9.
I'll say 8.5.
All right, okay.
What would you rate it?
I'm giving it straight 9.5. That John got some heat on it. I'm telling you.
A 9.5.
It's hard. You can't give it a 10, but I'm going with a 9, a strong 9. Like
so you want to even rate it higher? You want to give it a 10?
No. I can't go that high. It's great though. The album is really great. I feel like everybody should go listen to it like right now. But I'm gonna say like a 9. I'm gonna say like a 9, maybe a 9.5. I gotta listen to it some more. But I listen to it a lot though. But we give it a 9. And the features are really good too. And it's the whole piece. It's just like a great piece. Like how Meg says, just going over his whole, what would I call it? His whole journey, I guess, dealing with the rap game. That's it.
So let's move on to the second album, C3 by Jacob Latimore. How did y'all feel about that? Now, I did some research on it, and right now it's the #1 R&B album, and it had 35 songs on there. So how do y'all feel about all this?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
This is real fact.
This is real fact.
Oh my God.
Of 2020, they're saying that this is the best R&B album.
Yes, #1 album right now on Apple Music.
Okay.
R&B.
Okay.
Go ahead, India. Take this one real quick. I gotta get my thoughts together because
You blown away by that?
yes.
Okay, so where do I start? First, let's just say that there are a whole lot of songs on there. And I'm not even going to tell you that I listened to all of them because I did not. But I did listen to some, and I felt like he should do more upbeat songs. I like his upbeat songs more than his slower songs.
Man, I really cannot believe this is the #1 R&B album in the world or the country. Like, what? Like, bro, the songs they weren't horrible, but it's like the beginning of the album was just like, it was like boring. Like, it was like, I was like, what is, I couldn't get a connection to it whatsoever. And then I saw that they had the time on the whole album was like 2 hours. You know, it was a deluxe, but a 2-hour album is ridiculous. Like, we're in quarantine, so like I'll probably listen to it, but it's like I can't even get into it to listen to it for like an hour long. So what makes you listen to it for 2 hours? I don't think anybody's listening for 2 hours. That's just OD. Like, if you're gonna make a deluxe, you already got a lot of songs on the first album, and before you make the deluxe, you might as well just add like 8 songs or 10 songs. Like, this dude, I just can't believe this number one album. I'm not trying to bash the whole album and anything like that. I just don't think it was that good, and I don't think it was that good to be number one. There's a lot of other people out there that's got a lot of heat out there.
Now listen, I've listened to a 2-hour album before. Chris Breezy, okay? That man was going to work. That was 50 songs.
Are you comparing the...
I'm not comparing it. I'm not comparing it. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I've listened to them, but this wasn't one album. This wasn't the album that I can listen to for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, nothing about it, like, nothing about it was super special where I was like, oh my God, I should listen to it even though it's 2 hours.
Yes.
Whereas Chris Brown,
I don't think nobody's going to listen to it. Yeah, it's Chris Brown.
But I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I couldn't even listen to 2 hours of Chris Brown. Like, it's just too much.
I couldn't either. I had to break it. Yeah, I had to break it up. I think that's overwhelming. Like, for somebody who want to sit down for 2 hours out of their whole day listen to that album, like, I think that's ridiculous.
Right.
I don't think that's realistic.
Even if I'm not just sitting there listening to, I'm in the car. Like, it's no way I'm just gonna let that album be on for 2 hours. Like, I need something different. You have to keep it
unless it's like straight. Yeah, unless it's like straight heat, like no skips, play every single song through, and he just the artist is just going crazy. Other than that, I can't. Like, my favorite rapper is like Meek Mill, like, or Drake. I can't listen to them two for 2 hours. Like, that's just too.
Well.
So, because I listen to Drake straight 2 hours.
All right, Drake has different flows, though, so you can kind of do that.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
That's totally different.
What do you think about it, Meg?
I feel like he was trying too hard. Like, he was trying to be Chris Brown, literally. Like, even when you listen to his vocals, I feel like he was trying to give that sensual Chris Brown vibe. And then he had 35 songs, and I was like, okay, but there's only like 2 songs that are like, there's only like 2 songs. I'm like, okay, that I could like, okay, this is okay. But it didn't make me feel like, okay, I should go listen to the majority of the songs on there.
And it's funny that you say he gave you Chris Brown vibes, like the sensual sound, because I thought that he was giving me Usher vibes.
Like, he was trying too hard to be them. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's just his sound, though. And I'm not knocking him. I did like some of the songs on there. The ones that I did get to listen to.
Okay, God. So let's move on to the singles now. How did y'all feel about 11 remix with Khalid and Summer Walker?
It was a good song. I kind of had a little bit of hope for her because Summer Walker was on there. She's pretty talented, so it was steady. It was good.
You had a little bit of hope for it because Summer was on there. What about Khalid?
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm saying, like, of course, I had high expectations for her too, but like, she had a little feature on it, so I'm like, all right, this could be a good little 1-2 piece type of thing. They both really talented, so I knew it wasn't gonna be bad.
Right. I think he's a great artist. And so was Summer Walker, one of my favorite. Her last album was dope. Summer Walker's voice is just bomb, period. I mean, I feel like she could flow well with any singer. And I think that her on a track with him was a good touch. I think that we needed that song. It's a little banger.
Now, me personally, when I first listened to it, I didn't feel that it was special. But when I listened to the original and then listened to the remix, I was like, okay, Summer Walker was needed on that track. You know what I mean? So I feel like until I listened to the original and then listened to Summer Walker's part, I feel like it didn't make it stand out to me.
That's understandable.
Yeah, but I respect that. I like that. I like that input on that one.
So let's move on to the next single, No Options by Justine Skye. What was y'all thoughts on that?
The song was pretty good. I don't really listen to her like that. And if you listen to the lyrics, she's saying some real stuff. Like, it's kind of deep. And it's really, I think it's kind of like talking about a certain situation that she's been through or that she was going through at the moment. And I can relate to the song a little bit too. I like it though. It was a good flow.
I actually never heard any of her songs, and I thought she had a very pretty voice. I feel like she could have used her range more, but I liked the song, and it felt like nostalgic. Like, it was just like a feel-good song, even though she was talking about some real things, like Trae was saying.
I felt that it was a really empowering and honest breakup song. I know that she has an EP coming out with the legendary Timbaland, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I was say I might look forward to that. So I might check that out for real.
For real, Timbaland a GOAT. All he make is bangers. That's facts.
It is.
Right.
So I'm not disagreeing with that.
From there, I was a fan. Missy Elliott, come on now.
Stop playing with my man.
Facts. Put some respect on his name.
All right, let's move on to the next single, What It Is by Kyle. How did y'all feel about that?
That song it was pretty good to me. I never heard of Kyle before, ever. And this song it's easily relatable. Anybody dealing with someone with the same type of situation, it might be something difficult that they go through. And I just like how it was like a small bang. I put it back a couple times. Like it was really good. Real relatable as well.
I wouldn't say that it did that much for me. It was just like, all right, I listened to it. Or it didn't affect me in any way. And I feel like he kind of sounded too much like PARTYNEXTDOOR.
True?
That was my issue because I'm a big Party fan. It's like he didn't really have his own sound.
I totally agree with India because it didn't move me. Like it's not like that I hate it, but I didn't like it as well. It's like, okay, like what's special about this song? What do you
right? Like why should we
that.
listen to you? Why should we listen to you off of this song? If I just heard the song, It's not like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go listen to his album or whatever other projects he has out. They just didn't give me that.
That's totally agree. I can get that. His flow was just smooth and the song it wasn't that bad. So
yeah, it was okay.
Gave it a little, yeah.
So how did y'all feel about Blue by Kamal?
Man, that joint was a vibe. Yo, that was one of the best songs I heard on this segment that we got right now. That's probably my favorite song right now. The other album was my favorite, but this song is like my favorite all of them. I played this junk at least 4 times, back to back to back, like no breaks. It was that good.
It really was that good. Like it was a feel-good song, but it could also be a sad song. It just spoke to you. It was like mellow, and it was real soothing, and he just had a great voice, and I just had a great feeling after. It was like serenity almost.
This song is definitely in my library. Like I'm gonna listen to it later on the day whenever I go somewhere.
In the archives.
This is the first time I ever heard of him. This is the first song I ever heard by him. But this song definitely made me want to go back and listen to his other songs. And he just has that mellow voice. Like it puts you like it's kind of like a mood. Like the title Blue, it's a mood. So I feel like the song was a mood itself. So how did y'all feel about You Two Love with Jeremih and Neo?
This is a good little comeback song for Neo. I always like Jeremih songs. He always has a hit. Like I don't really like go and listen to a whole Jeremih album, but the ones he like puts out are like hits. Like,
I feel like his features are better than his album.
I do like his features.
Like J. Cole, features with J. Cole, features with Wale.
Goddess.
But they'll be missing now. Them boys put out straight bangers for real. Like Indian said, he don't miss. Especially on them features. I just knew the song was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be good, bro. Like them 2 names hold some weight now.
To me, this song gave me like a throwback R&B vibe. It kind of, reminded me of like India said, it's like a comeback song for Neo, and I think he has an album coming out soon. So looking forward to that. And the last single that we should all probably listen to is "Made It" by Teyana Taylor. How did y'all feel about that?
I loved it, yo. Teyana Taylor is a very talented artist. That song was great. And in my opinion, she don't really miss when she put out some music. So I already knew it was going to be good prior to turn the track on.
I think that it was very uplifting. It just makes you want to get up and dance. And we have to talk about the video if we're going to talk about the song. Of course, shouting out the 2020 graduates. Shout out to Trae. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, bro.
But I just think that she did put this song out at the right time, and it really meant something. And I think it can mean anything. It can mean a good thing to the kids who just graduated and are feeling a little down. Like y'all made it, even though we in quarantine, even though y'all couldn't have your graduation how y'all wanted to, even though everything didn't go as planned. You know what I mean? So I think that was dope of her.
I agree with everything that India said, literally word to word. Like, these times are kind of like depressing, and I feel like graduation is like a big achievement in your life. And I know that a lot of people were not able to walk the stage, but I feel like this was a really uplifting song, like India said.
And I think that it was very different from like, not a big difference, but I think it was different from the usual songs she makes, like off of her last album, more slow. I don't know if this is just because it's a single or if it's going to be on her next album or anything, or her next project, but I just really like the upbeat, uplifting part of it.
So we're going to do something completely different from our last segment this time. We're going to listen to a song that we heard a lot of mixed reviews about, and it's Excitement by Trippie Redd and PARTYNEXTDOOR. I was not expecting that from Trippie Redd at all.
I'm gonna have to agree with Meg. I'm not really a Trippie fan. I don't listen to him that much, but I might just because of this song. That was a big.
I don't listen to neither one of them like that, and I don't like it. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, the song was good. It wasn't bad. It was just I just didn't like how they kept repeating the same thing over and over again. Like they're so excited,
but I
they just kept doing that over and over again. Like I ain't really. The rapping was good.
Wait, Trae, how was it? Can you sing it for me a little bit?
No, not doing it again.
But I feel like that's what really got my attention. It being so catchy, like it made me move. It made me bop my head. Like
right.
And the vocals from both of them were like immaculate.
Immaculate. Whoa, but
what? Yo, oh my God!
I've been a fan of PARTYNEXTDOOR since Break from Toronto with Miguel. I just gotta say, I mean, he never really well, actually, let me take that back. The last album, it wasn't really up to my standards, but like Old Party, it just reminded me of Old Party. Old Party was just all bangers, all bops, on repeat. But Trippie Redd, that was really the surprise right there.
Trippie Redd got some. I'm not a fan of Trippie Redd, but I listen to his music because he got some good songs on there. But I didn't really like this one like that. It was hard. It was good. I guess you can play it a couple times. That's about it.
Maybe it's because I never heard the combination like PARTYNEXTDOOR and Trippie. Like I just didn't know what to expect, and it was the surprise aspect about it that really was just like, whoa, this is a bop.
What is y'all favorite album so far?
I'm gonna have to go with my girl Jessie Reyez, Before Love Came to Kill Us. Still my favorite. Love her.
Mine's gonna be Shake the Snow Globe by Russ. That was great. I'm listening to it again later on the day. That's my pick right there.
I want to stick with Division's album in my amusing my feelings, but I think it might be close to Russ's album. I really liked his album. Wow. I feel like it was really motivational. Like it was speaking to me.
I did not think you would change your answer.
I did not think either. She was like a Division Amusing Her Feelings hardcore fan. Like I never thought. I thought it was gonna be her album until the end.
Yes. Yo,
don't get me wrong. They're still out there, but I feel like Russ really. I don't know what about his album really, but I think it's what he was talking about that really motivated me and wanted me to made me want to listen to his music more.
I told you.
That's an interesting take. I'm very shocked right now.
That's how you know that album's like that. I'm telling you.
Division is still my second favorite though. Russ is third. I'll give him that. He's definitely top 3. But it's Jessie, then Division, then Russ, for me.
There was a lot of surprises this time, actually. So that was a lot to digest. And let us know what y'all think. Comment below and see you next time on This Is R&B Unfolded.